concert for you, and then get a chance to play with the high school at the end. So we welcome you, we thank you for being here, and thank you for all the help that I've had today in getting things ready for tonight's concert. We hope you enjoy our 8th grade band, and we're going to begin with Red Thunder.
We're not going to do my piece. Could you record it, like, from back here, with your phone or something, so I can okay. Okay, that was good. Okay. It would be easy to send that to, like, Google Drive or something.
And some of the plan for the concert comes from all of our middle school groups, 5, 6, 7, 8. We all meet separately at different times, and 7th and 8th grade kind of pairs together for the Christmas concert, which is nice in December. But this one, it's like really nice that all the ensembles have their own literature and their own music. So you're probably like, well, why are they way down here? Part of it's because I want you to be able to see them playing and all the good things that they've been doing that way. But also it's because sometimes in the very back, when the group is of the size that it is by the end of 8th grade, it doesn't come through as much or is a little bit like acoustically a little like dead back in the back of the auditorium. So we appreciate the fact that you guys are enjoying this and hopefully seeing your kids play together and what comes of that. So next, we're going to play a song called The Tempest, which is kind of a standard in middle school literature. There's a lot of cool voicings and things like that are involved. But what I want to do before The Tempest real quick is talk about these guys. I think that the amount of dedication that goes into something anymore is not respected enough. And these guys especially, I feel like maybe the most interrupted group with all of our interruptions from years gone by. This is the group that like stuck with it and like made these strides in these little like periods of time. And now all of a sudden here it is. And there's one young man who Of course, Mr. Newman made a goof and left this kid out of the program, but there's one young man I think that exemplifies what this is, just by the way he acts every day and how he handles things. And he's kind of the heartbeat back there, playing Barry sax. So Jacob, can you stand up real quick? This is Jacob Ewing, everybody. He's the man. All right. And you'll note in the program that there's a lot of things to recognize with these fine people, okay, 8th graders, high school, and so on and so forth. Real quick, if the kids are listening, anybody who took the time, efforts, and energy to do solo ensemble contests this year, and even last year, in the midst of us kind of getting that back, is a great thing in April. Kids did a good job at the event. A lot of awesome ratings. So if you'd stand, if you were involved real quick in solo ensemble contest, I'd like to give you a round of applause and everybody else too. Good. Thank you, Mike. All right, so go ahead, guys. You can sit. The next two songs are actually songs that never got to be performed by groups that are here, that are high school kids. So kind of entertaining for them. The first one, the juniors didn't get to finish off. It's a really interesting, chromatic flourish of lots of music. It's called Saber Dance, and if you've ever heard the orchestral version, it's insane. So we hope you enjoy it. And then the one after that, the sophomores didn't get to finish off the year that we were interrupted. That's called The Invincible Warrior, and the kids are going to play both those pieces to finish up. They're part of the concert. I'll take a second just because I'm thinking about it. There's some really great people that run your school, and those middle school administrators do some really good things. So make sure you thank Mr. Seacrest and Mr. Walgate for what they do for your kids and their teachers. Okay, okay? Especially as they end 8th grade, I feel like they're very much more ready for the world, and it's not just because their maturity's changed, as you can tell, but also because they've got some good teachers and good people involved in what they do, okay? So please make sure that you thank them and you take the time to do that. So not just teacher week this week, but administrator week this week too. Okay, a little bit with them. I'd appreciate that. Okay. Next, the dramatic saber dance, followed by right away the Invincible Warrior. Hope you enjoy the rest of the 8th grade band portion of the concert. All right, the future of our program is some real good energy. You can tell, right? It's going to be the heartbeat of the future, that's for sure. Again, would you please thank the 8th graders? The jazz band will be next.
Secret drug this
No?
had 2/3 of the concert.
We'll be a couple more minutes here. Just to give you a little bit of heads up, the art stuff is out for the high school this week, as we have a concert tonight and the high school choir tomorrow night at 7, middle school choirs Thursday night. So if you ever have a little break or you need a break to go check out some great art, please make your way over to the art hallway, and right out front here, there's some nice things to look at to make it a little bit more arts festive.
Good? Yeah. They will be. We're good.
Ladies and gentlemen, the local high school jazz ensemble. Yeah. Well, we got some numbers for you. We're going to start by swinging away with In the Mood. If you love the oldies and you love In the Mood, this is for you. A couple soloists. You get Jimmy Hughes on alto sax, Emma Rose Kurtz on tenor sax, Nico Kowalka on trumpet. This is In the Mood. Here we go. Thanks. That's a really cool start. We're going to jump right into continued swing here with Dorian Henthorn on trombone and a little bit of Cameron Sullivan on tenor saxophone with this really fast-moving piece called Four. But before we go on to number 4, and to those of you who love golf, we know the number 4 is an interesting one. This had nothing to do with that. Mike Tomorrow is just a really good jazz artist. But if you look up here, we've got some awesome seniors. Okay, 4 of them specifically. Okay, back in the trombone section, Miss Ali Elliott and baritone player as well. One of our drum majors this year. Right up here, Miss Alicia Andrews, right here on flute and alto saxophone. Back there on piano, discussing things, I'm always thinking Nikola Suzic. And our band president and a member of the trumpet section played some horn and mellophone for us throughout marching band, concert band, Miss Katie Steiner played back there. It's always important that that we end kind of the approach of the end of their experiences here with a little bit of closure. And later on with band, we'll do a little bit more of that. But it's so important to have senior presence. And they've done a really good job, the whole crew of them has, to kind of gel everything and glue things together in all of the places and where they're at. So I wish them very well down the road, and I hope that their graduation and their future is bright because of some of the things they've done with us, and also some of the things they've just done to be involved. So it's always heartfelt when they get to the end of it. This is a really neat time. Saturday, this band plays at Minerva, downtown Minerva, right in the middle of the strip, so to speak, of Minerva, where they have a lot of shops open. It is a jazz day, so we're at 2:45. There's high school jazz bands before us for the finale act of high school groups, and then immediately after there's some pro groups, small groups first, and then the big act is at 4 o'clock. So if you have nothing going on Saturday, want to hear us again, and maybe catch some other jazz bands, head on up to Minerva. It's a really cool festival that they have yearly, and we're excited to be involved. All right, here comes 4. All right, spare no words on that. That's a barn burner and a lot of playing. We're going to continue in that style with the next song, which is a low brass feature featuring all our trombones except Dorian this time. But Dorian plays the solis with the group. A lot of cool harmonies in the low brass part. And this song is called How High the Moon. Thank you much. That's a really cool four-part harmony trombone. You can catch most of it. And again, our two freshman trombone players, Katie McCune and Wyatt Randall, and then led off by senior Allie Elliott. Nice trio of solos. Congratulations. All right, the fun is on. We got two more for you. Maybe if you're pumped up, a third. This next one will slow us down and get us into a little bit of a calm place, a beautiful little solo vocal-wise by Katie Watson. Everybody, welcome Katie Watson to the microphone. You're going to enjoy this. This is Misty. One more hand for Katie Watson, huh? Okay, so this probably doesn't need too much introduction, but it's a little bit of a move into some modern jazz to finish, well, maybe finish a portion of the concert. Remember, we have to keep performing. This next song is entitled Diesel. It's a brainchild of Jake Boggs, our Barry player, who was like, hey, this is out there, and let's give it a go, and we started working on it, and Jake has a pretty big role in the whole thing as well as everybody else. They've dug in. It's definitely a pull to a different chapter of jazz from the old times. Okay, we hope you like it. I don't think you're going to leave here and not like it. So it's a little lengthy. Enjoy. Diesel. fact that you did that and we're making the night longer. I apologize, but I don't, because everybody loves Birdland, so go Birdland, right? Yeah. And this is Greg Hicks, freshman on bass. We're going to have Cameron Sullivan play on, sophomore on Birdland as well. In the middle, tenor sax as well as sax, solo and otherwise. This is Birdland. Here we go. Ready? And. everybody. All right, it won't be too long to get these guys on stage, and we'll be playing some concert band music. Please, again, the art show. We have a lot of great people that know a lot of boosters. If there's anybody that would like to say anything while we're changing gears, it won't take long. Okay, most of the band's up and ready to go. Thank you for letting us play a little longer. I know it felt like a set, but we had all this time this year. We had to play this stuff, so thank you. You'll catch a lot of information, and in the lobby we have some information about our first bingo night that's coming up here early June. If you've got that night available or otherwise, Jen, would you like to say more? See that Jen Sullivan, okay, who just popped up for tickets. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Rose.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, how are you doing? Say it real loud so she hears. That's okay. Sometimes it's okay to have fun Oh, maybe somebody got that. We saw you last week. You went up to see it. Yeah, it was good.
It's different. You're supposed to have different colors.
Yeah.
Change that place where there's lights coming around.
Oh, really?
I've seen a lot of stuff. And it was still fun. It's still
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
It's spread out.
We have some great things. Yeah, very good.
The story.
Yeah.
I'll take a second to make one last jazz announcement since I didn't get to. And the parents are out there that are involved. We had some kids that made a trip to Youngstown to be involved in the Youngstown Standball Youth Concert Band. And then in the spring, they created a jazz band. Well, be my kids to be like, yeah, let's do that. So Jake and Shane and Nico, 2 of the trumpets, and 3 of the trumpets, Sarah Bailey, 2. So 3 trumpets, Jake and Dorian Hemthorne back there, played in the first annual Standball Youth Concert Jazz Band, which they did right at the beginning of the concert in April. It was awesome. So again, make sure you congratulate them on their times with that as well. And we'll be moving right to the concert band. And thank you for your great support tonight. We really appreciate it. Seems like a perfect time to make one other announcement. Kids are almost ready, so here I go. obviously the marching band will be out Memorial Day and doing the East Liverpool thing, but you know, it's great to have kids do so much stuff, but then it's also great to have their families do so much too. So I just personally, and I know there's a ton of announcements, we had our awards night, but personally would like to thank Denitra Madden, Michelle Williams, Darcy Stitt, Aaron Archer, Shannon Wheatley in the office, who does the treasury thing. It makes my life so much easier. And also, thank anybody that is a supporter of what we do. There's a lot of support that goes into having a music organization and doing those things. And probably I'm going to mention them, and they're not going to be right here at the moment, but I know my family's here. People around that kind of like, you know, watch all these things happen and basically maybe on the phone or talk to a parent or deal with an event that's coming up or whatever we might do. And, you know, I really appreciate the fact that I have such a support system. My son Zach plays tuba at his school and is ripping up and enjoying it a lot. My mom is a big advocate of music, and my wife is a music teacher too, so we can share stories, and it's really nice. So they're ready, I think, but I shared that a little bit just because I feel like we don't get to. So to my family and to all the fans of music out there, and everybody puts the time forward for your kid just as much as they do for their kid, since I'm a kid, you know. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. So this group got a chance to go on a trip this year, 2 years in a row. We did the Florida thing last year. This year we went to Nashville and enjoyed the sights and sounds of Nashville in April. And then we played a few pieces right outside the Country Music Hall of Fame. It was really nice to play outside of that great facility, and then toured the Ryman and toured the Opry Music Hall and everything behind the scenes backstage. We had a blast. It was a really good trip. We thanked the parents that went, and it just felt like a neat experience. So if you've never been to Nashville, please think about going down there. We actually had some awesome time on the main strip, the Broadway strip as they call it too. Got to watch a rock band play for a few hours and talk to the kids and talk to the parents. And the parents enjoyed that more than the kids did, actually. But we had a really nice time. So if you don't chaperone, or if you're not that kind of person, if you think that's the case, think about getting your fingerprints done and things like that, and join us for some travel trips in the future. But this song, we performed outside of there, did a nice job with it. It's a neat piece. A lot of bands do it in the area. It's called Encanto, and it has some brass choir stuff at the beginning. It's going to feature a couple of the students that are marked in the program, and a couple more as well. Melanie Ringgold a little bit on flute, and also Michael Sandy back there on timpani and the whole clarinet section. This is Encanto. lost my nose. So, yeah, I think I can do this. Real quick, I'd like to take a second and congratulate the kids that have done things outside of Beaver Local for us this year. First, we had 14 kids go in March to County Band at Salem. We so happen to be hosting next year, so that'll be fun in March. And any kid can give an excerpt and play it for recording and send it in, and then they get basically chair set up through all of our directors to pick a band that's going to be awesome. It was a great concert back in March. And we had a couple first chairs involved in the group too. Dorian on euphonium, Jimmy Hughes on alto sax, and I don't know, I think that might have been it with the group this year, but we had a lot of participation in that. So the 14 of you that performed at County, would you please stand? Thank you. Hey Rachel, I should call you a first chair, since Rachel was the bass clarinet in the county band. So go Rachel. Hey, good for you. Okay, awesome. Also, the group of kids that have been involved in college honor bands this year has probably surpassed my limit of amount of experiences and recommendations and things to send. There's so many kids that want to do these special things, and it's great. We had 9 of our kids go to Kent State's honor band back in January. We just had 6 go to Ohio Northern last weekend and had a great experience and brought their musicianship back to us. Let's see, what else did you guys do? Oh, I already talked about Stambaugh. There was a lot of you kids that every Tuesday went up to Stambaugh and played in the Stambaugh Youth Band, which was a local bit, and I know Marco's out there too, goes to the Career Center and does that, so Marco, Stan, and anybody that did college honor bands this year, recommendations and all that, please do. And I would be remiss not to take this moment, if you would kindly sit down, to tell you we had a big awards night, and there's a lot of them posted in our program, and I like to keep music on this night and do the awards another evening, but again, these are hard moments, right? When we get to the end of seniors and their experiences, and I just think that this class just emotes helpfulness. They've done a lot behind the scenes to make things work. Very soon, you're going to hear all the percussionists on fire. You're going to hear the bits from the winds as well. In fact, Allie's soloing on the next piece, and I didn't put that in the program, on baritone as well, so you'll hear her from the back. But also, the crew here, the clarinets who have kept us together, Faith and Bethel, Alicia again, Allie, and Katie, and I think, is there any other winds? I probably missed one. There's another wind sitting around, and then the 4 drummers back there that have been involved with all of our concerts and all of our hard work over the years, marching band and concert band. Alicia, Allie, help me. Who else is playing winds since I've seen her? Katie, I did say Katie. Okay, good, I got them all. That's awesome, beautiful, okay? Great. If you would stand as a senior group, the class of 23, and take a hand. Thank you so much for your time. All right, the next piece is odd. Okay, some really neat dissonances, and it just makes you go, the Headless Horseman. Told you. So that was Nico and Allie and Kate Higgins as well. Here, I'll flute real quick, one more applause for the headless horseman. We're going to have to look up Timothy Gauger and find out a little bit more about what he was thinking. Next, it is time for me to bring out the Rock, the assistant to all of this. It's nice that she's right across the way. We get to do some work together occasionally, not a lot, because of her schedule and mine kind of goes against each other, but she does the drum line with our group, and we talked about doing a piece because she wanted to play or conduct with the group, and this worked out really well because she had this really good connection with the line. So it's a percussion ensemble and winds, but she's going to talk to you. So without further ado, Miss Allison Clement.
I'm going to use the cool podium because I'd like to. So good evening. Thank you all for coming. Thanks for sticking out this long. We are almost finished, I promise. So the next piece is Industria by Alan Clark, and it features our percussion section. The original inspiration for this piece it occurred when Dr. Clark was driving I-85 in Alabama, and he saw a dead pine tree cut into little sections along the fence line, and he said, what if I took old, ancient wood sounds in the percussion and took futuristic metallic sounds and put them together? And here we are. So first of all, I'd like to thank the whole entire group for letting me steal some of your time, 7th period, to work with you. I really, really appreciate your time and your effort. It very much means a lot to me, and thank you, Mr. Newman, for letting me borrow the children every now and then, too. I very much appreciate this opportunity. The groups worked very hard on this piece, percussion section. We met once a week for almost 2 months to kind of give this a little bit extra work. So I just want to thank them for their hard work as well. We hope that you enjoy this as much as we do here as Industria.
That was fun of you. Our last tune for the high school concert band is no tune that it goes without saying too much about it, but we always use it in our country to kind of signify the real powerful July 4th. And the 1812 Overture has all this other cool stuff before it. So Mark Williams' arrangement of this is really nice. We hope to give you all of that today as the high school concert band closes. And we'll bring the 8th graders up to play our final number, which is called Angelic Celebrations. We again appreciate your attendance. I won't talk anymore, I've talked enough. But thank you for this great evening of music. We're glad to share it with you. We hope you come back tomorrow night for the choir concert and then the middle school concert on Thursday. And then next Tuesday, the 5th, 6th, and 7th graders have some really great music for you as well. And by popular demand, in the 5th, 6th, and 7th grade concert last year, we kind of did an overlap where like the 5th grade played, then the 5th and 6th together, then the 6th grade, the 6th and 7th. So we're doing that again. Okay, on Tuesday night. So enjoy the rest of the concert, 1812 Overture, and all its glory at the end, which you will hear, and then we'll finish with Angelic Celebrations. Thank you.
Thank you.